All right. So let's just kind of keep it moving. We're gonna drop down a few weight divisions and jump into the lightweight division, or maybe just above it. I'm not sure where these guys are fighting at, but um, boy Tank Davis, who is set to fight on, is it January the 7th? That's correct. Against Hector Ramirez. He is doesn't seem to have his mind so much set on that fight because he is looking to call out everybody else. For one, he already has an agreement to fight um uh
Garcia.
yeah, Garcia on April the 15th. And then from there, if he is successful in that, he presumably wants to fight Haney, who he has called out, and he is bringing up some old sparring match things that are really supposed to stay in the gym. I will say that, but apparently he claimed to have knocked Haney out of the ring, and says that Mayweather has the footage. I don't think Mayweather is going to be doing anything in the support of Tank at this moment. But so, Coach, let's go back to you. With that said, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that things that happen in the gym, sparring session and stuff, that do you think that should stay in the gym, or if it's or do you think it's good for boxing if it helps kind of garner interest in a fight?
Well, it's gonna always be good for boxing, man, in terms of just building the fight hype, and if footage leaks out, then it's just gonna always help to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is, man. The politics and the antics, of boxing. I personally, come from the side of you keep it tight, and what's in the gym is in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, though, let me say, it doesn't matter what happened when you fought somebody in the amateurs. It doesn't matter what happened when you sparred somebody. What matters is fight night and who brings that thump. So I don't even get caught up all in it, man. What I will say is good about this division right now. And y'all know when we first started the show, I said that even back when they was at 130, and as they kind of some of them move up, whoever you match up with those top names, I said you that's just a powerful division. What I am glad about, and at least with Tank, is at least with the rhetoric and the noise talking, they're starting to absolutely call each other out. And they're starting to back themselves into a corner because one saying this and one saying that. And I just think that we are on the cusp of having some serious fights, whether they are tournaments or not. But I think pairing up of these key people at that division, I think is on the cusp of happening because they all are starting to really talk some stuff. And if this Garcia and Tank fight goes off, if it absolutely happens, it will set that precedent, man, for, I'm talking about bringing in Eric Shakur, Lomo still out there. You just might see some serious super fights happening, man, going towards that end of 2023. It could happen. It could solidly happen, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw it to Boston Jerry, but I want to change it up a little bit. I'm gonna stay at this weight division because there's some more news kind of around this. So apparently, Haney, who I'm not saying he's avoiding this talk with Tank Davis, but he apparently has his eye on Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds. So it says that his father went looking for Teofimo Sr. at some liquor store in Las Vegas that he frequents. And and then Haney had a tweet on the yesterday. He says that ain't no match yet. Might just come to 140 and F you up. Well, I can say fuck you up. But this was in response to a tweet by Teofimo Lopez where he said, at the real Devin Haney, focus on your upcoming match with Vasily Lomachenko, Youngblood. I got work to do here at 140 division. I pray you enjoyed your 5 minutes of fame. So is that something that you are interested in seeing, a Teofimo Lopez Devin Haney fight?
Absolutely. I'm all for that. And unlike the tank back and forth, the Teofimo and Devin Haney fight is a fight that can actually happen. It actually is a strong possibility of actually happening. So yes, I'm all for that.
Who would you favor in that fight right now?
Between Haney and Teofimo, that's an interesting matchup of styles. The count, man,
I'm going with Haney.
Yeah, man.
We'll go with Teofimo.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm gonna go with Teo. I'm gonna go with Teo.
Teofimo by now.
I'm gonna pick Haney, but I'm not gonna marry myself to that Haney pick. I'm gonna pick Haney, but I'm not gonna commit solidly to that. I need to see how Haney looks at 140 pounds. I've always been concerned about Haney's power. I want to see what he can do at 140 against some reputable opposition before I make that prediction. We'll see. I'm going to go with Haney for right now. I believe that Haney's length, his hand speed, his foot speed will be enough to maybe frustrate. He can jab and grab his way to a win against Teofimo, but we got to see. I'm not going to marry myself to that prediction.
So do you think Haney's going to slow roll his move to 140? I mean, take like lesser fights, or he's going to the fire at 140?
He's going to go right as the undisputed champ. He can really go right up and challenge the WBO belt holder. And if we look,
that's what I'm saying. So you just said that you want to see him and see how his power is at 140. I don't think he has the time to show you what his power. I think the fight, when you see him at 140, it's going to be against a dog, and I don't think he's going to build up to a championship level fight. I think he jumps right into a championship level fight. So if he ain't got the power at 140 coming in,
but how? I mean, who right now? I mean, the belts are occupied by Regis.
Alberto Puello, who's the WBA champ, who's over there. He's the guy that's over there on PBC.
And then Josh Taylor has still 2 fights. I mean, they won.
Taylor has that WBO, and Teofimo is the number 1 guy in the WBO for Josh Taylor's belts. You've got Ponce and Sabril Matisse, who are the 1 and 2 guys in the IBF. So Taylor vacates, and after this Catterall fight, if he wins or if he loses and moves up, I still think we see Devin Haney jump in there against a guy like Pedraza. I think maybe an Arnold Barboza, maybe a Richard Comey. I think he tests the waters against that level of guy before he jumps in there with Teofimo.
I absolutely agree.
Richard Como would be a good. That would be good for Haney. That would be
a Comey fight.
Honestly, that would be perfect. That would be perfect.
It would be good. I mean, Comey has some he has some heavy feet, whatnot in some very heavy feet. So I could see Haney boxing circles around him. I wonder if that fight will get him prepared for the size and physicality of the division. I just don't think it will prepare him for the kind of quickness of a Teofimo Lopez, or even I don't think he's going anywhere near Prograis, at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, how many fights does if somebody got a boxer? How many fights does that Russell kid have, man?
Oh, the 140-pound Antoine Russell?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but he's over the other side of the street, Dave. He's over there on PBC. So I doubt you see that fight happen. After Devin Haney, fights Lomachenko, I believe his contractual obligations are up, and I think that he re-signs with Top Rank. There's a lot of good work for him over there, and
I think so.
I'm gonna look and see what's up with Gary Russell's record, but
I haven't. He's 16-0 with 16 KOs.
Yeah.
So
we ain't gonna see that. I'm sure Gary Antoine Russell would jump at that fight, but the politics of boxing, I think are gonna prevent that. But then again, we'll see. I mean, we saw Gary Russell get in there against Lomachenko all those years ago, and that was Top Rank in PBC. So
hey, I wonder if there's some guys across the waters he might can get in there with that if there's anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you got Sandor Martin, but Sandor Martin getting ready to fight Teofimo.
Yeah,
so I don't know if he's going to run right in there against Devin Haney. Maybe if he wins.
I just think that's what I'm saying, man. I just think I would hope that it'd be more about being in there with that size of fighter more than anything else. First.
Yeah, just to kind of get used to the size, the physicality of them.
And that's the coaching me talking right there. You know what I'm saying?
So the casual one, let me throw. We've really kind of talked about 3 fighters here. We've talked about Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Tank Davis, who are not. So, what kind of permutation of those 3 would you like to see? Because I don't think we're gonna get our wish just because of the boxing politics. But if you had your druthers, which 2 of those fighters would you like to see in the ring in 2023?
I would anybody against Tank. I think Tank is on his own. He dropped Mayweather and he's on his own tear. He wants to prove that he is the shit, and it seemed to me he's trying to show that he hasn't fought the best as of yet because of Mayweather promotion. And now he's coming out saying man, I'm the best at either from 130 to 140. It seemed like he's trying to say. And at 135, I think he's putting his flag down and saying, man, whoever wants to step up and get knocked the fuck out. So, to answer your question, anybody against Tank. And I think Tank is going to be favored against anybody. Even people hyping up Shakur. I think Shakur is a great fighter, but I don't know if he got the power to phase Tank or stop Tank from walking his ass down and putting that thigh on him. Haney.
You said who?
Shakur.
Oh, Shakur. Okay, yeah.
And Haney, the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Great fighter, great boxer. But I don't know if he got the power to stop Tank from just walking his ass down and putting the thigh on him. So
what about Prograis?
Prograis at 140, I think that might be a bridge too far because Prograis is a power strong brawler, which
kind of brawler.
You keep calling him a brawler,
brawler.
Hey,
I just don't like his boxing style, so I'm calling him a brawler.
I would say I don't necessarily like his boxing style either. I think that he could be lured into this kind of just back and forth fight where he doesn't need to kind of take that punishment, but I think he's far from a brawler. I think that's
I think when Zepeda started boxing his ass late in the rounds, I think he was touching him. So I think he's more closer. If this is the spectrum, and this is the brawler, and this is the boxer, I think he falls closer to the brawler side than the boxer side.
I would encourage you to go back and watch some more of Regis Prograis fights.
I watched them, and I think he's just a strong dude. And then so I think Josh Taylor beat his ass because he ran into another strong dude.
Hey,
I want to say beat his ass. I mean, it was a split decision.
He lost. He caught a L. I mean,
he did lose. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
He did lose.
It was a majority decision.
Yeah, it's majority. So it was a draw, and then two judges had it for Josh Taylor. So it seems like you've been drinking the tank juice that Coach didn't slipped you or whatnot. So you
I'm just
you are
saying,
all
man,
you are all in the tank corner. So
Tank, I mean, so nobody here or have ever disputed that this dude hit hard as shit,
and he can box, man.
And he's showing you he can box. So the other dudes can box, but they're pillow fisted.
Power suspect.
I always go to a boxer that can punch versus a boxer that just can box.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Teofimo Lopez has showed that he could box.
Teo's at 140. We're talking about 135 though, right?
No, I was talking. Well, no. These fights that we're talking about, like the 3 fights that we talked about, Haney
it'd be at 135.
That's all 135.
These are all 140. What are you talking about?
135.
No.
I gave you 3 fighters. I said Teofimo Lopez. I said Devin Haney, and I said Tank. I said this to me in my mind. Those are all fights.
So Tank and Devin Haney will be at 135.
I don't think so.
And Teofimo will be at 140.
He's making Ryan Garcia come down to 136. Why would he go up there and fight Teofimo at 140 or fight them other dudes? He won't even fight Ryan Garcia at 140.
I mean,
he knows if he's calling out Devin Haney is no longer at that weight division.
Answer this, Cameron. Even with Devin Haney being unified, if them two was the fight, who would be the A side?
Between Devin and Tank.
Yeah,
it'd be Tank.
So why would Tank go up to 140 to fight Haney when he know he can just handle him at 135?
Because I mean, if you're gonna go out and call out a fighter and you're gonna do that, I think that if you really want that fight, you want to prove that to him. I don't see any way that Devin Haney is going to be. This fight is not going to be until maybe summer, late 2023. There's no way that
I was going to say summer 2024 or 2026.
But there's no way.
But I mean, at the same time, man, there's physical limitations to what y'all asking. I mean, Tank has went up to 140 to fight. But damn, the dude only 5'1", man. Come on, man.
He said 5. He's
5'5", and he's 5'5" and a half. And let
him live at 135, man, and dominate there.
Well, I mean, he is somebody that's missed weight before. So I don't know how much longer he's gonna be at this weight division. So I mean, we'll see.
I think he can dominate at 135. 140, he can.
So his last fight against Rolly Romero, he was at 133 pounds and 3/4. So he easily made that weight. And before that, he fought Cruz at 134 and a half. And then but he's been So I would I guess I would digress. I think that he may stay at 135 pounds for a little bit longer. But if he's looking to get in the ring with Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez, I think those would have to be at 140.
I think he'll shout out to Haney within the next year, and it's up to Haney to come down to 135 or just say he's not willing to fight.
This is going to be Devin. When Devin Haney fights Lomachenko, and I suspect that he beats Lomachenko here coming up, I think that's his last fight at 135 pounds. He goes up to 140, and I don't think you ever see him go back to he's not going back down there for Tank. It just doesn't make any sense.
So he could probably
not after being undisputed at 135.
He could do a Garcia fight and do a catch weight.
He ain't going down to fight. He ain't going down there to fight Tank. I don't see that happening on the show.
All right, this is your man, Professor Nim, signing off for Coach Dave. The Casual Ran. And Boston Jared.
Peace.
Thank y'all for popping in for another popping episode.
Like and subscribe. Don't just watch and not push the like button, man. Y'all niggas hate.
And comment too. Don't be scared. If you got something to say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
That's right. I will respond too.
If I feel like I'm gonna resign to your ass.